Haing S Ngor was a Cambodian-American physician, actor, and author who is best known for winning the 1985 Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his debut performance in the movie The Killing Fields, in which he portrayed Cambodian journalist and refugee Dith Pran. He was also the first ever male Asian actor to win an Oscar for a supporting performance and debut performance. His mother was Khmer and his father was of Chinese Teochew descent. Ngor and Harold Russell are the only two non-professional actors to win an Academy Award in an acting category. Life under the Khmer Rouge. Born in Samrong Yung, Cambodia, Ngor trained as a surgeon and gynecologist. He was practicing in the capital, Phnom Penh, in 1975 when Pol Pot's Khmer Rouge seized control of the country and proclaimed it Democratic Kampuchea. He was compelled to conceal his education, medical skills, and even the fact that he wore glasses to avoid the new regime's intense hostility to intellectuals and professionals. He was expelled from Phnom Penh along with the bulk of its 2 million inhabitants as part of the Khmer Rouge's Year Zero social experiment and imprisoned in a concentration camp along with his wife, Mai Hui, who subsequently died giving birth. Although a gynecologist, he was unable to treat his wife, who required a cesarean section, as he would have been exposed, and both he and his wife would very probably have been killed. After the fall of the Khmer Rouge in 1979, Ngor worked as a doctor in a refugee camp in Thailand and left with his niece for the United States on August 30, 1980. In America, Ngor was unable to resume his medical practice, and he did not remarry. In 1988, he wrote Haing Ngor, a Cambodian Odyssey, describing his life under the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia. In the second edition of Survival in the Killing Fields, Roger Warner, Ngor's co-author, adds an epilogue telling the story of Ngor's life after winning the Academy Award. The Dr. Haing S. Ngor Foundation was founded in his honor in 1997 to assist in raising funds for Cambodian aid. As part of his humanitarian efforts, Ngor built an elementary school and operated a small sawmill that provided jobs and an income for local families. Ngor's niece, Sophia Ngor Dimitri, who testified at the trial of his murderers and with whom he arrived to the U.S., is the current president of the foundation. Acting career. Ngor, despite having no previous acting experience, was cast as Dith Pran in The Killing Fields, a role for which he later won 3 awards, including a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, the first Asian to win Best Supporting Actor in Debut Performance. Ngor was not interested at first in the role of Dith Pran, but after interviews with the filmmakers he changed his mind, remembering that he promised his late wife to tell Cambodia's story to the world. Ngor became the second Asian actor to ever win an Oscar. After appearing in The Killing Fields, he told People magazine, "I wanted to show the world how deep starvation is in Cambodia. How many people die under communist regime. My heart is satisfied. I have done something perfect." Ngor also appeared in other movies and TV shows, most memorably in Oliver Stone's Heaven and Earth and The Vanishing Son miniseries. He also appeared in the Hong Kong film Eastern Condors, which was directed by and starred Sammo Hung. He also appeared in a supporting role in the 1989 Vietnam War drama The Iron Triangle. He guest-starred in a 2-episode storyline on the acclaimed series China Beach as a wounded Cambodian POW who befriends Colleen McMurphy while under her care. He also guest-starred in an episode of Miami Vice called The Savage, Duty and Honor. He also played a role in My Life alongside Michael Keaton and Nicole Kidman. Foundation and legacy. The Dr. Haing S. Ngor Foundation was organized in 1990 by Ngor and Jack Ong. The two actors met in 1989 while filming The Iron Triangle, and soon after, Pastor Ong's church launched Project Cambodia to raise funds to care for orphans and help rebuild the devastated country's infrastructure. Project Cambodia was the original foundation for the Dr. Haing S. Ngor Foundation, which was incorporated in 1997 after Ngor's homicide as a 501 charitable organization. The goals of the foundation include preserving the legacy of Ngor's accomplishments and human rights endeavors, as well as the promotion of Cambodia's history and culture through education, activism and the arts. Ngor's niece, Sophia Ngor Dimitri, who testified at the trial of his murderers and whom he brought to the U.S., is the current president of the foundation. Ong serves as executive director. Murder. On February 25, 1996, Ngor was shot dead outside his home in Chinatown, in downtown Los Angeles, California. Many Cambodians claimed they had a stake in his estate, with one woman claiming he had married her after coming to the United States. Most of Ngor's Cambodian assets went to his brother, Chan Sarin, while his American assets were used up in legal fees staving off claims to his estate. He was buried at Rose Hills Memorial Park in Whittier, California. Charged with the murder were 3 reputed members of the Oriental Lazy Boys street gang, who had prior arrests for snatching purses and jewelry. They were tried together in the Superior Court of Los Angeles, though their cases were heard by 3 separate juries. Prosecutors argued that they killed Ngor because, after handing over his gold Rolex watch willingly, he refused to give them a locket that contained a photo of his deceased wife, Mai Hui. Defense attorneys suggested the murder was a politically motivated killing carried out by sympathizers of the Khmer Rouge, but offered no evidence to support this theory. Kang Kiew, a former Khmer Rouge official on trial in Cambodia, claimed in November 2009 that Ngor was murdered on Pol Pot's orders, but U.S. investigators did not find him credible. Some criticized the theory that Ngor was killed in a bungled robbery, pointing to $2,900 in cash that had been left behind and the fact that the thieves had not rifled his pockets. Why the thieves would have demanded his locket has never been answered. Ngor typically wore the locket next to his skin under his clothing, so it would not have been in plain sight. As of 2003, the locket has not been recovered. All 3 were found guilty on April 16, 1998, the same day Pol Pot's death was confirmed in Cambodia. Tak Sun Tan was sentenced to 56 years to life, Indra Lim to 26 years to life, and Jason Chan to life without parole. In 2004, the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California granted Tak Sun Tan's habeas corpus petition, finding that prosecutors had manipulated the jury's sympathy by presenting false evidence. This decision was reversed, and the conviction was ultimately upheld by the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit in July 2005. After the release of The Killing Fields, Ngor had told a New York Times reporter, "If I die from now on, okay, this film will go on for 100 years." Dith Pran, whom Ngor portrayed in The Killing Fields, said of Ngor's death, "He is like a twin with me. He is like a co-messenger and right now I am alone." Filmography. Film television in popular culture in Season 7, Episode 12 of The Simpsons. Team Homer. Ngor's Best Supporting Actor Oscar had appeared with Ngor's name being crossed out and replaced with Homer's name. About a month after Team Homer aired in 1996, Ngor was murdered just outside his home in Los Angeles. Animators then changed the Oscar in question to that of Don Amecher, refusing to let the actor's memory be tarnished by Homer's theft in subsequent reruns.